It was a Wednesday morning. Okafor had a knock on his door. Expecting no one, he asked, "Who is that?" "It's me, your landlord." Okafor realized it was his landlord. He got up and opened the door. His landlord asked him, "Where is my money? You are yet to pay your rent for the past 8 months, and I am tired of hearing your excuses. So I need my money right now, or you pack your things and leave my house." Before Okafor could say a word, his landlord ordered some boys he brought to pack Okafor's properties out of his house. Amaka, Okafor's younger sister, who was inside the room, came out and joined Okafor to beg his landlord. Their landlord turned deaf ears to their plea, and their properties were packed outside the house. Okafor told Amaka, "You have to go back to the village because there is nothing we can do right now. We have been ejected out of our apartment." Amaka had no friend in the city. It was barely 6 months she moved to the city to stay with her brother Okafor, her elder brother. All through the 6 months she was with her brother, she was unable to get a job. Even after a search for jobs in different places, she had no choice but to go back to the village. Okafor, on the other hand, decided to hang around with friends until he was able to sort things out with himself. Amaka got to the park and boarded a bus going to her village. The journey back to the village was a quiet one. Everyone in the bus minded their own business. Amaka noticed a particular beautiful young lady, about her age, inside the bus. She looked so beautiful, and with her looks and the glow in her skin, it's obvious she was from a well-to-do family. Amaka thought to herself, "I wish I'm from a rich family. My life would not be like this." The journey was a long journey, and finally they got to their village, and they all alighted from the bus at the bus park. Amaka needed to get another bus that would take her to her street. It took her no time to get into the next bus. As she entered the bus, she noticed that the young beautiful lady from the previous bus also got into the bus going to the same direction she was headed. At this time, she felt it was necessary for her to communicate with her. "Hello," Amaka said to her. The young lady replied and said, "Hi, my name is Amaka. It's obvious we are going toward the same direction." "Oh yes, I thought as much. My name is Chioma." Amaka and Chioma talked about each other and got to know each other better. Amaka asked Chioma, "What are you going to do in the village?" Chioma replied, "To see my grandmother and give her some things she needed." "And you, what are you going to do in the village?" Amaka told Chioma in a painful voice, "I and my brother were evicted from our home, so I have no choice but to go back to the village." "Oh, sorry about that," said Chioma. "So what about your brother?" "Well, I'm not really sure, but I know that he would sort himself out," Amaka answered. Chioma and Amaka both alighted at the same bus stop, and they both went to Amaka's house. But sadly enough, Amaka's parents were not at home, so Chioma went to her grandmother's house, which was a street away, and promised Amaka she would come again the next day. Amaka that evening told her parents about Chioma, how they both entered the same bus from the city and happened to be from the same village. Amaka told her parents that she promised to come the next day. Her parents looked forward to seeing her. In the afternoon the next day, Amaka had a knock on the door. As she opened the door, it was Chioma. She welcomed her in and called her parents. Her parents were so surprised to see Chioma. Chioma greeted Amaka's parents and introduced herself to them. "I am Mrs. Mbikwe's granddaughter." Amaka's mother asked, "Which Mbikwe? Where does she live?" "Mbikwe Amara. She lives in the next street from here." Amaka's parents shouted, "Oh, She is a very nice woman. Everyone knows her in this village. She has been so helpful to the poor people in the village. She is so kind and well respected in the village. My daughter, you are welcome, said Amaka's mother. Actually, Chioma said, I would be going back to the city tomorrow, and I would want Amaka to go with me. I have informed my parents about it and they both agreed. Since I am the only girl of my parents, I need someone as a sister whom I can talk to, go out with, and play with. Amaka was very happy. She pleaded with her parents to allow her go with Chioma, since she would go back to school if she go to the city with Chioma. Amaka's parents agreed, and Amaka started arranging her things. The next day, before Chioma came to pick Amaka, Amaka's parents called Amaka aside and gave her the best advice any parent would give their daughter. Remember the home you came from. Be a good girl. If there is any problem, don't hesitate to call us. And if there is any need to come back home, please do. Amaka promised to be a good girl. Hours later, Chioma came and they both left for the city. Getting to Chioma's house, Amaka was so surprised. Chioma and her family live in the most expensive part of the city. As the security man opened the gate for them, Amaka wondered and looked around the compound and asked Chioma, "Do you mean this is your father's house? This is where you live?" Chioma replied, "Yes." Amaka was so surprised, and as they walked into the house, Amaka froze seeing the interior of the house. It was so beautiful. Chioma's mother, who had been expecting them both, came out from the kitchen and welcomed Amaka and Chioma. Amaka greeted Mrs. Ibikwe. She could not hide her feelings. She said, "Ma, your house is so beautiful." "Thank you," said Mrs. Ibikwe. "Mom," said Chioma, "I am famished and tired. The journey was way so stressful." "Don't worry, food is almost ready. You both go up, take your bath, and come back." "Okay, Mom," Chioma replied. Chioma took Amaka to her room, and they both took their baths and joined Mr. and Mrs. Ibikwe on the dining. Mr. and Mrs. Ibikwe asked Amaka a lot of questions, and she answered. Mr. Ibikwe promised to take Amaka as their daughter and treat her right. Amaka thanked them both. Chioma and Amaka became very close. Chioma never hid anything from Amaka. Amaka knows everything about Chioma. Chioma took Amaka as a sister and trusted her so much. One day, Obina, Chioma's fiance, came to visit. He invited Chioma and Amaka for a birthday party he would be attending that weekend and promised to come pick them that day. After informing her parents, Chioma and Amaka were instructed to come home early. Obina came to pick them and they left. This party was the first party Amaka has ever been invited to. The calibers of young men and women at the party was really a surprise to her. She whispered to herself, "So these are the class of people Chioma moves out with. These people all comes from rich, wealthy and influential families. I wish I'm also from a family like this. My life would have been different and better." Obina introduced Chioma and Amaka to some of his friends. They ate and drank some expensive wine, and to Amaka, this was the best thing that has ever happened to her. They all had a very nice time together at the party. One fateful day, Ekene came to visit Chioma. He met Amaka and told her to inform Chioma that he would like to see her. Chioma, after being informed, came out and saw Ekene. She was so surprised to see him after some years, but at the same time, she was not happy to see him. She asked him, "What did you want?" He told her, "I just want to say hi." Chioma said, "Oh, I'm fine. Thank you for your kind gesture." Ikenna then pleaded with Chioma that he would like to have a word with her. "We can't talk in my house. We have to go somewhere else to talk." Chioma followed Ikenna to a nearby restaurant to talk with him. Chioma got home and told Amaka what Ikenna told her. "He said he likes me and he wants to have something serious with me. But I turned him down. I already have a fiancé and he is aware of that. In fact, they are both friends and I'm so surprised why he would go behind his friend to talk such words to me." After that day, Amaka became jealous of Chioma. She sat on the bed and thought to herself, why is it only Chioma? She has a rich parent. She attends one of the best universities in the country. She already have a fiancé and she have so many admirers and suitors. Are these men not seeing me? I'm also beautiful and smart. Why is everything about her? I can't continue to be intimidated by her. I must do something about it. She can't have the best of the men and I have no one. One fateful day, Obinna came visiting and met only Amaka at home. He asked after Chioma and Amaka told him she was not at home. As he was about going, she realized this was the best opportunity to get what she wanted. She called him back and said, "Please, Obinna, there is something I want to tell you about Chioma. She has been going out with Ikenna, your friend. The other day you came around, when you met her absent, she was out with Ikenna. She told me not to tell anyone, but because I know you, you have a genuine heart and you are a good and kind man, I just have to tell you. Please do not tell her that I told you." Obinna thanked Amaka and left. Obinna was devastated and don't know what to believe anymore. They have both come a long way. How can Chioma do this to me and someone I called my friend? I have always known that Ikenna have an eye on Chioma, but we were friends. Must he betray me? He was confused and don't know what to do. Obinna decided to go and confront his friend Ikenna. Obinna was shocked and heartbroken when Ikenna told him he was in a serious relationship with Chioma for the past 2 years and he has also proposed to her and she accepted his proposal. So all what Jessica said was true. Chioma has been with Ikenna for this long. She kept it a secret from me and made me trust and love her so much. It is over between us. Obinna called Chioma, told her that it was over between them. Chioma was shocked. She asked Obinna, "Why would you break up with me? What have I done?" Obinna told her everything Amaka and Ikenna told him. Chioma denied it and said, "I am innocent and have nothing to do with Ikenna. Everything you are accusing me of is not true. I can never do this to you. Please believe me." She said this with tears flowing down her eyes. She don't know the best way to convince Obinna to believe her. Obinna refused to tell Chioma who told him when she asked him. Chioma was heartbroken. She called her parents and told them Obinna just broke up with me and he is accusing me of what I did not do. Her mother held her and consoled her. She told her parents everything Obinna accused her of. She told her parents nothing is going on between I and Ikenna. He only came here once and I told him not to come again. That was it. Chioma's mother told Chioma, if Obinna is meant for you, he would come back to you. Don't worry, just take care, everything would be fine. Chioma's mother asked her, who was aware that Ikenna came to the house apart from you? Chioma said, it's Amaka. I don't think she would go and tell Obinna anything. Go and ask her, Chioma's mother told her. Chioma went to the room where Amaka was and asked her, if she told Obinna Ikenna came to the house to look for her. Amaka denied it and said, "I cannot do such thing to you after all that you have done for me. But you were the only one who knew that Ikenna came. How come did Obinna know?" Then Amaka told Chioma, "I only said that you went out with him that day. That was only what I said." "How could you do that? After everything I have done for you?" After much confrontation, Amaka told her the truth. "I took you as a sister. I treated you well. I showed you love. But you went behind my back and lied against me to my fiancé. Why?" She said this amidst tears. "You betrayed my trust for you. You stabbed me in the back and took away the person I loved so much from me. I don't want to ever see you again. Pack your things and leave my house. I don't want to see you in this house again." Chioma and her parents chased Amaka out of the house. After Amaka was chased out of the house, she went to Obinna's house. She told him, "I was sent packing because I told you what Chioma did." Obinna took Amaka in, but he never allowed his mother to know that a lady was in his room. Obinna contacted a house agent and rented a secured apartment for Amaka in a very secured estate. Obinna would constantly go to visit Amaka, and not only that, he sponsored and supported her in her schooling. Months after Amaka left Chioma's home, Amaka and Obinna started dating. Obinna did everything to take care of Amaka. She lacked nothing. But Amaka, who was not contented, started seeing other men. Different men were seen going in and out of Amaka's apartment. Ikenna was one of those men coming for Amaka. Amaka did all this because of money. She don't care about Obinna. All she cared about was his money. She did all this without Obinna finding out. Friends who knew Obinna and Amaka told Obinna that Amaka is not who he thinks she is. Even Obinna's sister called him aside and told him she has been seeing Amaka with other men and don't think she is good enough for him. Obinna would defend Amaka and tell everyone that Amaka is the woman he would get married to and no one can stop him. One fateful day, Obinna decided to go visit Amaka without informing her. With the spare key he had, he opened the door. To his surprise, he met Amaka with another man on the bed. But what shocked him the most was the person with Amaka. It was Ikenna. Obinna walked out on them and said, "So this is true." Amaka ran after him, telling him, "It's not what you think." Obinna asked Amaka, "What did I do wrong? Why did you do this to me? I gave you my all. I took good care of you. Everything you have, I bought for you. This is how you paid me back. I regretted ever meeting you. I want you to pack your things and leave this house, or else I would call the security to send you out." Amaka pleaded with Obinna, but all fell on deaf ears. Obinna was so disappointed at Amaka and Ikenna. "You said you were my friend. I forgave you the first time, and here we are again. Why are you after my happiness? You could not just find another woman. Why the women in my life and the woman I love so much? You are a betrayer. What have I done to deserve such wickedness from you? I don't want to see both of you again. Get out of my sight." Obinna screamed at them. Amaka went in and started packing her things. It dawned on her that she have nowhere to go. Days later, Ikenna went to apologize to Obinna. "Please forgive me," he said. "I was so jealous of you. I wanted to have everything you have. Your life seems perfect, But I know I betrayed you. I have a confession to make about Chioma. There was nothing between Chioma and I. I tried everything I could to get Chioma, but she was not interested. She kept telling me she was in love with you and would never do anything to destroy what you both have. I had to lie to you that day. Chioma was innocent. She never cheated on you. Obinna was shocked and surprised. He could not believe what he heard. Okay now, why? Obinna shouted. Obinna ran to Chioma's house. He met her parents. He explained everything to them and apologized to them. I was betrayed and deceived by my best friend and Amaka. Please, I need your forgiveness. I need to speak with Chioma. Chioma's mother said, well, we have nothing against you. Everything is in Chioma's hands. Whatever Chioma decides to do, we would support her as a parent. Obinna waited till Chioma came back. As he saw Chioma driving into the house, Obinna went in front of her car and knelt down, begging her to forgive him. I was deceived. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. I still love you. I never forgot about you. Please. I know I was wrong to walk out of what we had because of what I heard about you. But please, let us start all over again. I promise to be a better man this time. Chioma ignored him and walked away from him. That night, her mother talked to her, telling her that Obinna is sincere and he needs you back into his life. We all know he truly loves you and will do anything for you. But Mom, said Chioma, he broke my heart. I know, Chioma's mother answered. We are humans. We make mistakes, and at some point in our life, we need forgiveness. I want you to forgive him, and both of you should work things out together. Her mother left her alone. Chioma thought about it for some time and finally made a decision. Days later, Obinna had a knock on the door and went to open it. He was shocked and surprised when he saw Chioma standing at the door. Chioma walked in and said, I have taken my time to think about everything, and I would like to give us another try. I forgive you for everything you have caused me. I let go of all the pains and let bygone be bygone. Obinna and Chioma hugged each other. They were very happy to be together again. Amaka, on the other hand, could not afford a place of her own. She packed her things and went back to the village after lodging from one hotel to another hotel. After that day, the love and trust between Chioma and Obinna grew stronger. Months later, they had a beautiful wedding and lived happily ever after.